Joe Kleen, Southern Hospitality, February 16th, 1990, 241. Joe, attention restored to his surroundings, sat on the love seat next to Misty and nodded past Justin and Kelsey as he sipped his water. Drawing focus to the three visible massage therapists, he softly says, and speaking of BS to his three companions, we're batting 1,000 on my attractive employees who have face-to-face time here at the Hyatt. Justin, his face furrowed, blinks 3 times at Joe before casually looking over his shoulder to glance at the 3 massage therapists. I thought the criteria were tall, sculpted, and light-skinned. Jen is anything but tall. True, Joe replies, keeping his voice down, but she is the darkest of the 3 masseuses that we can see. Blonde, buff, and blue-eyed to boot, Joe says with a shrug. Want to make a wager as to what we have behind the curtain? I'll lay long odds at somebody with ultralight skin. Jen's the darkest of our trio, and she's anything but. So what are you suggesting? Justin asked, momentarily turning back towards the massage tables before returning his eyes towards Joe. Another seeming Swede? That's a bit of a caricature, isn't it? Caricature, optics, marketing, call it what you will, Joe replies quietly, brows and shoulders both rising, then quickly falling. But I predict our mystery massager is female, tall, comely, and white. Certainly not Acadian. Why do you say that? Kelsey asked. The part about not being from St. Kitts, I mean. For the darkest of reasons, Joe whispers, his voice cracking slightly from sorrow. I think the Hyatt has a literal policy of hands off for black people with their mostly white clientele. I hope I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. Oh, come on, Joe, Misty says too loudly, her face a scowl. Shh, both Joe and Justin admonish. Fine, she replies, her volume reduced, but her voice no less ire-filled. She inhales and then adds, I refuse to believe that this is anything more than some crazy thought inside your head, that you're finding things that support your cockamamie theory and ignoring all the things that contradict it. What did Courtney say earlier? Confirmation bias, right? I think that's what's going on. And if the masseuse is white, Joe asks in a whisper, eyebrows up as he bites his lower lip, and a tall, sculpted woman, that would be at least 3 out of 4, if not 4 out of 4. Will you concede the possibility that if it's not conscious, that it's at least a subconscious bias? I will concede that you're not off on some weird pipe dream if our mystery massager is white. Misty replies, her mouth lips a thin line of admonition, but I'm holding out for our last contestant to prove you wrong. Wrong, or possibly wrong. Yes, Misty sibilantly concedes ungraciously. In either case, we'll find out when it's our turn. We will, Joe says. We will, Justin adds, a la the 7 dwarves of Disney's Snow White.